Return, please return.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PG Time. PG Time. Tune in on PG Time. PG Time. Come join us on PG Time. PG Time.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, yeah. Project kid out the gutter, hey. Everything come out the gutter. I'm posted up, yeah, I be doing my thing. Study be grinding, ain't not really changed. I'm still on the mission, so y'all need to listen. This alcohol till it be gon' do your thing. Should've been rich without fortune and fame. Should've been rich without fortune and fame. Do what you do, but don't get in my lane. Do what you do, but don't get in my lane. I'm swagging and surfing like I'm on the moon. Came from the gutter with no silver spoon. I am the elephant up in the room, so holla at your boy when it's time for some business. I'm at your door like a Jehovah Witness. Still on that drinking, this life for my kidneys. Still thanking God, he keeping me living. Still thanking God, he keeping me living. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, yeah. Project kid out the gutter, hey. Everything come out the gutter. Everything I got it the hard way. I was posted up like a statue in the hallway. Gotta go hard and ain't talking no Kanye. Mama raised a king, so I gotta keep trucking. This is the message delivered, beloved. Project kid and I came off nothing. This is the message delivered, beloved. Project kid and I came off nothing. Came from Park Garden, the home of the great. I keep some fish on my plate. Fishing for wisdom, I stand at the lake. I'ma go hard, I'ma do what it takes. I keep some fish on my plate. Fishing for wisdom, I stand at the lake. I'ma go hard, I'ma do what it takes. I'ma go hard, I'ma do what it takes. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. Project kid out the gutter, yeah. Everything come out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, hey. I got it straight out the gutter, yeah. Project kid out the gutter, hey. Everything.
Return, please return.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus, yeah. Celebrities. Let's talk about caring events. Let's talk about things you don't see on regular TV. So join in on PG Time. PG Time. Tune in on PG Time. PG Time. Come join us on PG Time. PG Time.
You know what I'm saying? Every time I speak, I want to shiver. You know, I don't want them to be like, they know what I'm going to say because it's polite. But I know if I keep talking about how dirty it is out here, somebody going to clean it up.
Somebody gonna clean it up, and it's gonna be me, baby. Me and of course Jason. What's good, y'all? What's good? It's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. I think my hand went up a little too early. Just a little too early. But what's good, y'all? I hope y'all are having a good night. We got an explosive show for y'all tonight, just as well. So thank you, each and every person that's showing up tonight. If you're not here yet, you on your way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay. So let me go ahead and bring up my Wednesday co-host, baby, Mr. Jason. Jason in the building. Jason in the building.
You heard? What up, though? What up, though? What's good?
Woo! Your mic awfully loud. Can you
There's
turn it
no
down some more?
change.
You
I
turn it
am
down?
down.
Oh wow. I don't know what it is. It just seemed extra loud. But I like your head.
Oh, you already know what's is good. We out here Green Bay Packard up. I'm on my bright colors right now, trying to brighten the mood. You feel me?
I feel you. I feel you. Ain't nothing
They
wrong
not
with
winning this year, but it's okay. It's okay.
it's okay. It's okay. Well, it still look good on you. Still look good on you.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
Oh, no problem at all. No problem at all. So how you been? You know I told your business.
I know, right? I know, right? My sister actually called me. My sister
Really?
called me. You know, God works in mysterious ways, and I had just like it was like a day or two that I haven't talked to her. I usually talk to my sister just about every other day, and I didn't talk to her, and then she called. She texted me like, "You good?" And I told her, and she goes, "You know, it's something because I'm never on these social media sites ever, ever. Even when I go live, she's never on it." And it popped up, and then she pulled in just in time to hear you say like, "Oh, Jason not here because he was in." Yeah, yeah. She pulled in
Oh,
just in
okay.
time to hear that you said that I was in an accident, this, that, and the other. So then when I sent her the picture and all that stuff too, she was like, "Oh my goodness, I knew it." But then I'm good. I'm good. I'm tired. I'm tired. I've been in an emotional state since then. I've been traveling since then, and we back here. I got to figure out where I can get a couple days in where I can rest up a bit.
So you got right back in the car again and went and traveled some more.
Oh, I got on the plane. Yeah, we ain't get back in the car. We ain't get back in the car.
Fine this time.
Yeah, right. Hoping that the plane don't crash. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if I can bounce back from a plane crash. I'm not Mr. Invincible.
I get it. I get it. I get it. Well, welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to Peachy Tea Time, Peachy News Edition. Please don't forget to subscribe to my Peachy Tea Time page on YouTube. Make sure you follow me on all platforms. Like and share this video just as well. And also make sure you subscribe to Jason's pages and his CTV radio on TikTok. He's also on IG under CTV radio. He everywhere, just like I'm
That's just we
following
everywhere.
everywhere.
You
Sometimes
can't
we
miss us.
on something and you might not see it on the next other thing we got going on. Okay.
That part.
Exactly. So how is CTV radio going?
Oh man, we are making some real progression. The reason why I was on a trip, we went to Vegas to pull together two other businesses to make one. So it's three businesses in the one called one of the business called Scorpio Royalty Production. Another one is Lost Valley Records, and then CTV Radio. We come together to make Lost Vibes Royalty, where it is an artist development entertainment company, and we're just about to make some really major moves within these next within this journey, man. So it was a dope blessing, and it's a real amazing ability to be able to do some great things coming up here. So all indie artists, tap in, lock in with us. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some great things that are about to evolve from that.
That is so awesome.
But the show is doing well, man. They just opened up a couple other things for me on TikTok, so I've been politicking, I've been networking. Just keep your eyes open. I'm gonna stop talking about it and just show y'all. You feel me?
That's what I'm talking about, baby. I'm so proud of you, Jason. Let me get you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. You as well. You as well.
You. Yes, you out here doing big things. I'm so proud of you. Also, shout out to my sister station, I guess you could call it, from Hits 92.3. She has the morning show. She's also my engineer. So shout out to Sunshine, All Hustle No Fear. She just signed a deal today, a contract with Roku TV. So I just want to give her a shout out.
Salute, salute, salute.
you play hard, you work hard. I mean, you can play harder. You
That
know,
part. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
dang, this is what she been wanting. I'm so super duper proud of her. That big thing's gonna be coming.
That part. We
Everybody.
all making major moves in this indie world. We making major moves. You feel me?
Yes, 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 yes. So we finna go ahead and get started with this show, y'all. We got a lot, a lot, a lot. Look, Mama P said, "Congratulations, Jason." Yes, we got quite a few clips. It won't be a long show tonight. I am trying my best to start shortening up my shows to at least an hour. But if it goes further, it just goes further. You know what I'm saying? Just don't know how the spirit gonna move us.
The spirit.
Shout out to God.
Yeah.
Shout out to God.
Shout out to God. Shout out to God.
All right, y'all. We're going to go ahead and get into our fair usage. And then we're going to go straight into our update, baby. Here we go.
Warning. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use and is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Let's talk about real life issues, love and relationships. Let's have a good time with the missus.
Well, here at home, no bail for a tenant accused of murdering her landlord in West Rogers Park. The woman's body was found in a freezer inside the boarding house.
And we're now learning more about the suspect's concerning behavior leading up to the crime. And we do want to warn you, some of the information in this story is certainly disturbing. Julian Cruz, live on the North Side with more. Julian?
Well, then, among the horrible details from today's bond hearing, prosecutors revealing that the victim's torso has yet to be found. Chicago police on Monday finding Fran Walker's severed head and limbs in a boarding house freezer.
The defendant moved into her first floor bedroom in July of 2022.
The first signs of trouble, Cook County prosecutors say, was when Sandra Kalalu kept trespassing into the bedroom of a fellow tenant.
The victim changed the locks on 2 doors in the home.
Tensions quickly rising, investigators say, among the 5 tenants and property owner, Frances Walker, all sharing the 2-story West Rogers Park boarding home.
On October 9th, 2022, due to ongoing conflict between the defendant and other tenants, the victim posted an eviction notice.
The 69-year-old victim, tenants say, soon finding herself in heated confrontations with Kalalu.
The basement tenant heard the defendant screaming and what sounded like a dish breaking. The basement tenant heard the victim's voice trying to calm the defendant down, and that was the last time she heard the victim's voice.
Tenants later hearing the sound of furniture being moved around in the first floor bedroom in the wee hours of October 10th, with the sound of furious pacing. When worried tenants called police Monday, investigators encountering an agitated Sandra Kalalu carrying a large plastic bag. That plastic bag, prosecutors say, later found with bloody rags at Foster Beach. Responding officers limited with their initial investigation without a search warrant, not yet aware of the body parts. Kalalu allegedly using the victim's credit card to summon a tow truck to tow her inoperable vehicle from Foster Beach to a mechanic, leaving the scene.
The driver yelled to the police that were in the area that the defendant had a knife, and he used a stick to keep her away from him.
Police soon finding the dismembered body of Fran Walker, minus the torso, in the boarding house freezer. Now, prosecutors at today's bond hearing say that the suspect, who faces first-degree murder charges, has 3 prior misdemeanor convictions on a forgery charge, a 2012 domestic battery conviction, and a 2017 DUI. In West Rogers Park,
And it was a terrifying ride for that tow truck driver who says after he picked up that woman from this home, it was scary throughout the night. He says he ended that ride fending her off with a stick and being scared for his life.
Holding the stick, pointing it directly at her like, hey, back up.
A Monday night on the job for Antonio Correa ending in fear.
Everything inside the truck's feeling like, hey, you finna get stabbed.
After he arrived to this far north side home to pick up Sandra Kolalu, just as police were filing a missing persons report for her landlord, Francis Walker.
She comes out with the black bag. The cops are stopping her. Hey, we have some questions. We want to talk to you.
He says police spoke briefly to Kolalu, then let her go. Now in the truck, he says the two of them went to Foster Beach to tow her SUV.
Before I get there, one of the neighbors that I was talking to, she calls me back. Hey, just be careful because we feel like she's guilty.
Correa says he saw her dump the plastic bag in this garbage bin at the beach. He then took her and her vehicle to this mechanic shop on Western and Tui. The owner tells me off camera he refused to service the SUV when the police arrived. Kolalu was again questioned by officers, but released. Correa says he then agreed to drop the woman back home, but a short time later, when he parked his truck for payment.
I'm writing out her information of the card on the receipt. And then when I see the name, I'm like, what the heck? If you're saying your name is Sandra, who the heck is Francis Walker?
That's when he says she began to act threatening, pulling out a pocket knife. Police not far away.
And that's when they come grab her. Come to find out she did have a knife in her hand.
That's when the police finally took her into custody and returned here to find her landlord's remains inside of the home. Tonight, that suspect is being held.
All right, we covered this. I don't know if I covered this with you, Jason.
No, I don't remember that. Jeez. Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we covered this. This was the update to it. She had that man scared.
I would have been scared too, low key.
He probably was like, hey, you better get your ass back. Explicit language.
Hey, look, you better
on the show.
back up and get out of my car. Look, I don't care what you did. Let me go. I'm out of here.
Exactly. He said she pulled out that pocket knife on his ass.
She said I cut up one body. Might as well get the other one. I gotta get them out of here. They don't know. They can't know what I did.
Exactly. What you
man. Nah, she got look. Hey, look. It would have been a whole 2-piece and a biscuit with a side of a Sprite. I'd have given her the whole combo. You know what I'm saying?
I'm telling you, we would have had to fight, especially if she was too close up on me.
Hey, look, man. We would have been in that truck squabbling.
Exactly. And this goes to show you, I showed a clip probably about a couple weeks ago of the guy that had mental health issues and the police shot and killed him. He was so far away. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't close to him at all. And here this woman was close to this man, and he just pulled out something else. But thank God the police was coming. But, she made it to the jail.
Right.
She made it. They didn't have to kill that boy. You know what I'm saying? They said he was coming at them, but I'm sure with it being 5 officers, they could have stopped him.
Absolutely. 100%.
They all could have jumped him.
Right.
Yeah, so let's get to our next clip. This is daughter life taken. It's sad. So here we go.
Tonight, hospitalized and barely hanging on after she was shot outside her apartment yesterday. As CBS 2's Ali Bauman reports, investigators believe the shooting may have stemmed from a landlord-tenant dispute.
Stephanie Cobb is facing the hardest decision a mother could make.
We have to make a family decision to take her off of life support because they say she's not going to never recover. She will never wake up.
29-year-old Danielle Parker was shot in the neck Sunday outside her family's apartment on Dumont Avenue in East New York as they were wrapping up dinner.
It's crazy. She never bothered nobody. She's a sweetheart.
The sad thing is she got a 4-year-old daughter. I haven't told her yet.
Police sources tell us the victim had been arguing via text message through dinner with 2 former tenants of the apartment who moved out after a dispute with the family.
They kept on sending messages, kept trying to video call, trying to text. My daughter ignored it, and they saying, "Come outside, just come outside." So my daughter went outside.
She ran downstairs and stormed downstairs. They was fighting at first.
And then a single gunshot.
I heard one shot, boom. Yeah, and then I came and looked out my window right here, and then she was down, laid on the ground.
Police have not made any arrests in this case, which is frustrating the victim's family, who feels strongly that they know who did this.
We only got one witness, but we don't know if he's going to come forward and talk because a lot of people don't want to talk to the cops.
Caught in limbo with both the case and their daughter's life, the family is incapacitated in pain.
Stop playing around and get justice with my daughter. That's all I want.
Police are investigating and ask anyone with information to come forward. In East New York, Brooklyn. Al.
Why ain't no cameras out there?
That's the question.
Because this shouldn't be that hard to solve if the story went the way that they said it went.
Right.
Hard. Even if they just got to check her phones. After the phone records, they should be able to pick somebody up. But for them to sit there and not have no cameras, what type of apartment building is it? Is this Section 8?
I mean,
you know, and
well,
they have cameras. Some of them do.
Gotcha.
I'm not down shaming Section 8 or anything like that, but you will find more apartment buildings that's Section 8 that don't have them.
Right. Well, I mean, even when I worked for an apartment building, we didn't, in some of the apartment buildings I worked at, they didn't have cameras. You know, and they were nowhere near Section 8. You know what I'm saying? They were expensive places. But I mean, I guess it's invading privacy. So if the contractor or the people that own the space, you know, don't put it in their addendums or their contracts to say, well, this is what it's a part of, then, you know, but I know it's about safety. In some spaces of the city, they might need to use it for safety, but other than that, yeah, no, I don't think it's needed.
Exactly. My heart goes out to this family.
Absolutely.
Mother. I would definitely be trying to reach out to see if we could get them on Peachy News. I really would like to have them on the show. I really would. But that's just a bad situation. Because it happens a lot. You know, you move into these apartment complexes. It could be the smallest thing. The people music is too loud. You know, or they kids hanging out in the breezeway if they got breezeways. You know, running back and forth all the time. Or one of their kids breaking into the apartments, and you know that's their kid that doing it. You know, it's anything that could spark an argument. You know, but guns is not necessary.
No, yeah, not at all. It to me, it when you say that, it blows my mind to say that it's always gonna, like, there's always that, because like I said, I worked in this type of environment for, you know, about 2-3 years in about 2 or 3 different spaces, and the whole time that I was there was never any kind of those issues. So I think it's really predicated towards the environment that everyone is in. You feel me? Like, so if it is more inner city, where people are so riled up and so many people are on top of each other, yada yada yada, that could cause that kind of temperament. You know what I mean? But it blows my mind to know that that's always a thing, or sometime, like, you know what I'm saying, like a thing that can happen often. You know, instead of it being like, man, this is a one-off. You know. I hope that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense. Well, y'all, we finna move right along. I told y'all it ain't gonna be no long show tonight. We finna move right along. This one is called A Missing Boy. This young man went to go take the trash out and never came back. Didn't come back in the house. So it's kind of like he disappeared. But to me, Jason, it seemed like the mama know a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like, okay, yeah, he went to go take the trash out, but he was pissed off at me, so I know he just went walking somewhere.
Right.
And now he probably mad, just don't want to come back. But the story still ends at he went out to take out the trash and he didn't come back in the house.
Right.
Here we go, y'all.
My son has been missing from Saturday morning, a little bit before 10.
Nefertaria Cooper held flyers with her 13-year-old son's picture, and there's a poster with Rashawn Davis's photo pasted to the front of his middle school.
He does not run away for no days at a time.
Rashawn and his older brother were living for the past year with their father and stepmom in Brownsville after their mother got sick in Kansas City.
He wanted to go to a tryout, basketball tryout.
He wanted to go to a basketball training, but he didn't tell us nothing.
The stepmom said Rashawn was attending an after-school program to help with his studies, and that would have conflicted with basketball.
We took away his phone. He grabbed the garbage, went downstairs, and never came back up. I had some medical issues, and his dad was taking care of him for the year.
To me, they'd be very pleasant, and that's the honest truth. They'd be very pleasant.
The teen's neighbor, Kay Graves, showed us the driveway where the local kids always play basketball, squeezing between a parked car and a house to show us the hoop and backboard where they honed their skills.
The only place the kids play is right here in the driveway.
Rashawn only turned 13 years old 2 weeks ago on September 10th, so he is certainly considered a vulnerable child. This is his flyer. The Black and Missing Foundation, which is based in Washington, D.C., reached out to us and asked us to profile his case. Rashawn's father and stepmom have been scanning the teen's phone for clues to his whereabouts.
Basically, he wanted to go with his friends, because when I looked through his phone, he was going to go with friends.
But no one has offered a solid lead yet.
Rashawn, wherever you are, mom is here in New York. Mom is not leaving. He's been raised in Kansas City with me. This is dangerous. New York is dangerous. Brooklyn is dangerous. Anywhere is dangerous. I need answers to where my son is.
Rashawn's mother said her son used to attend church with her at the Greater Pentecostal Tabernacle in Kansas City, but that was more than a year ago. Now he's in New York, meeting new people all the time. If any of you have information about Rashawn Davis, please call 9.
Crazy. You know.
So for those that's just tuning in, this clip was basically about a young boy who just turned 13 years old. He lives with his dad, or he went to go stay with his dad because his mom got sick. So his dad has a wife, apparently, from what they say, because it says stepmom. But he got a wife, and apparently dad wasn't there at home. And young man got into a little bit of trouble, just a little bit. And they took the phone. They took something away, they said.
Yep.
And he went to go take out the trash, and he didn't come back.
Man said, I'm going to Kansas City.
Exactly. On that phone, he was supposed to be going to go meet up with some friends. He was going somewhere with his friends.
Right.
But he was told that he couldn't go nowhere.
And
he was disobedient, and they can't find him now. And he just turned 13.
And then the thing was that she said, the thing that she said though too, he doesn't run away for days at a time like this.
The mama or the stepmama?
I don't know who it was, but she was like, he doesn't run away at days at a time like this. All right, so I can only think that way. He's
ran away before then.
That part. That's what I'm saying. Just ain't been that long.
Exactly.
All right.
So, Jason, do you think the police take shit like this serious?
Yes and no. Yes. I think they do take it serious because it's a child that's missing. I think they're gonna, exhaust all things that they can within a time frame. But I think little man just ran somewhere to a friend's house that's close and don't want to say something yet, or he's trying to get back to Kansas City. You know what I mean? Get back to where it's not so strict.
Exactly. I have a story. I have a little story to tell. I see y'all coming on in. Hey, everybody. Thanks for coming. But I have a little story similar to what you was just talking about. My mom said something to me that I didn't like. And I was maybe 17 years old. 17. And she said something I didn't like. I'm not going to say what she said, because I'm sure she wouldn't be happy for me to tell y'all what she said. But she said something. And back then, 17, I was feeling myself. I thought I was grown. I could do whatever I want to do, but at the same time, my parents still had a strict hold on me. I wasn't being reckless out there. They said I couldn't go. I didn't go, but I was very upset that I couldn't go. I lied about some things, and I watched these clips that I show, and some of these kids, they lie. They say they finna go this place and don't go that place. I lied a lot of times about where I was gonna be at. My parents don't know now until my mama watching right now. But it was quite a few places I lied about and said I was gonna be at, mama, and I was not there. You know what I'm saying? But I remember my mama said something to me that I didn't like. And back then, I used to have 4 pieces of notebook paper. And I had it taped up on my wall in my bedroom in the square. 2 and 2. And on that notebook paper was all my people's, my friends, all my people's phone numbers. I had it right there on my wall. Never thought anything was gonna happen, nothing like that. I'm like, let me put this up here. All I gotta do is just look over there, call the number. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Boys, girls, everybody's number was up there. If you was important to me. So my mama said something, and I did something wrong first. And it caused her to say what she said. And I remember, Jason, she took everything that she had that I ever bought her. And she had it on my bed. And that was something I would never forget. It hurted me to the core. I'm like, okay, she mad now, for real. So I remember calling Tori. Hey, Tori. Tori had the car in my little crew. And I remember calling Tori, and I said, Tori, come pick me up. I said, I'm be down the street waiting. It was dark. I remember walking down the street. My mama was back in her room or whatnot. And I left out the house, had me a backpack, and Tori met me down the street. Tori was like, where you want me to take you to? You can't come to my fucking house.
You cannot come over here. You ain't about to get us both in trouble.
Exactly. Where you want me to take you to? I'm like, take me over Veronica's house. Shout out to Veronica. That's my other sis. But I said, take me over to Veronica's house. So Veronica stayed with her grandmother. So I knew her grandmother wouldn't mind. Veronica at that age, at that time, was able to do whatever the hell she wanted to do. And she did. You know what I'm saying? So I went over there. Tori dropped me off. Jason, I don't even think I was there 20 minutes. And I remember telling Veronica, because back then we had call ID.
Right.
And Veronica was like, they calling from your mama house. I said, well, whoever it is, don't tell them I'm over here. Whatever you do, don't tell them I'm over here. She's like, I ain't gonna tell them. I am not gonna tell them that you over here. I ain't. Your mama was round. I ain't finna say it. Veronica answered that phone, y'all. I swear to y'all, I'm not lying to y'all. All I heard Veronica say was, yeah. She right here, Mr. Murray.
Gave you up quick.
She was like, it's your daddy. I was like, oh. I got on the phone. I was like, hey, daddy. He was like, so you decide that you want to run away from mom?
Right, exactly.
And I'm like, well, mama said, and she put all her stuff on my bed. He said, I don't care what your mama said.
Right.
I'm on my way. He said, and I promise you. He said, you think I'm playing with you? This is my daddy exact words. I promise you. And you think I'm playing with you? You better be outside on that porch waiting on me when I pull up in that driveway.
You better not make me wait.
Click. Okay. And you best believe I was outside on that driveway, on that porch, waiting on my father. Okay. And my daddy came. I looked at Veronica. I was like, I can't believe you did this to me.
That part.
I can't spend the night, Jason.
Yeah, you rag me out quick.
I wasn't there. I was literally there for a visit.
That part. Just to say what up.
Okay, he picked me up and he said he didn't agree with what my mama said. He said, but at the same time, don't you ever leave this house again without telling somebody that you gone.
That part.
And I ain't never left that house again until the day I moved. And you best believe I told them I'm moving. Get back.
Right.
I'm gone.
I'm out of here. Peace. Deuces.
My daddy helped me move and everything. But I knew my daddy was about business. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
At the end of the day, he went out looking for me. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah. God, you got to. You got
He
to.
didn't know my friends.
Ain't no half stepping, ain't no waiting, none of that. Get over here.
Exactly. He went on that paper, them papers that was in my room, and he called until he figured out
Everybody.
where I was at.
That part, yeah.
Shout out to my daddy. I ain't like that shit back then. I ain't like it back then, but as an adult that's a parent that has
Yep.
a animal,
You know how important it is,
I
yeah.
know how important it is. Exactly. So shout out to my daddy. Hey daddy, I love you, daddy. I love you too, mama. I know you was mad at me. I know you was mad because I used to do some crazy stuff. All right, y'all. We finna get into this lawsuit. It's a lawsuit going on, Jason. I couldn't wait to show you this to get your input on this. It's a lawsuit, y'all. Here we go.
Father is suing the city after he says it failed to protect his son. The child was killed last year, allegedly beaten to death by his mother's boyfriend.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor with more on the case and the lawsuit.
4-year-old Jace Eubanks was killed September 2021 at his mother's apartment in Brooklyn as his 5-year-old brother watched. Behind bars for his murder, his mother's boyfriend, 28-year-old Jeremiah Johnson. The cause of death was battered child syndrome with recent blunt force injuries to the torso.
I miss his smile. Me and him used to play a lot with his dinosaurs. He liked football. We used to play football, throw and catch around a lot. He used to draw a lot too.
Jamal Eubanks is Jace's biological father. Jace and his brother were in the custody of their mother, and Jamal would visit a few times a month.
During this period of time, did you know just how bad things were?
I did not. I had no awareness of anything that was going on.
Jamal has filed a lawsuit against the city's administration for children's services, noting his son's daycare made a complaint that Jace showed injuries and was a suspected child abuse victim, but that the city allowed Jace and his brother to remain in the custody and care of a known violent child predator, despite ACS and the NYPD's Special Victims Bureau investigating and telling the children, quote, they would stop anyone, including Mr. Johnson, from injuring them in the future.
He had healing fractures, and if ACS had simply taken him to a doctor where he could have been x-rayed, where these injuries were seen, they would have known that he had skull fractures, that he had rib fractures, and other injuries.
According to the lawsuit, Jeremiah Johnson had a history of child abuse, and over the course of the previous 4 years, at least 3 reports of abusing children and committing acts of domestic violence. ACS referred us to the city's law department. A spokesperson told us, what a tragic and senseless loss. We'll review the case and respond in the litigation.
I just want some justice for my son.
The lawsuit seeks damages, better training, and a change to policies at ACS. Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
And Eubanks' other son is in foster care now, and he maintains a relationship with him. Johnson is due back in court later on this month. The complaint also notes 3 other children in the ACS system were killed in the 30 days.
All right, Jason, before we get to that, I got to say this because Mama Peach in the comments. She in the comments, Jason. She like, hold on, you upset?
Right, don't you dare do me that way.
Exactly. You done sparked the light. You done sparked some fire. She said, how many times did your daddy whoop you? My daddy whooped me twice that I can recall. Once because me and my brother was swing. I had a canopy bed, and we was swinging around on the pole, and the pole broke. And they had been telling us stop swinging around on the pole. And he whooped us for that. And another time he whooped me. I don't know what it was for, but I know it was a different time. But he only whooped me twice. And then she said, but mama did come looking for you. Yes, my mama came looking. My mom, let me tell you about my mama. Jason, my mama changed her life around. Okay? My mama is truly a saved woman of God now. She probably always was, but she always would do things that a safe person, when they change their
Mm,
life. The stuff
mm.
that she's doing now, she wouldn't dare do.
I've done
She
before.
wouldn't
Yeah, yeah,
take it.
yeah, yeah,
I'll
yeah,
say
yeah.
that. And the best thing about it is sometimes, y'all, when the older you get, your memory,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say your memory starts going away because you're getting old. It's just, yeah, it is because you're getting old. You're getting older, but it's not because you're sick or you got dementia. It's just so much time has passed. You start forgetting some things.
Right. Or you know what I'm saying? It's also trauma. Things that they didn't want to recall or recollect and
Or
didn't
that
think. You know what I'm
too.
saying? Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. But that wasn't the case with me. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I done got older, so a lot of that stuff my mama did back in the day is uh it's like a void. It's like it's not there.
Sure
You know what
enough.
I'm
Sure
saying? Out
enough.
of sight, out of mind. All I know is the godly woman that my mama is today.
Right. 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 Right.
But when I got to tell little stories like this, stuff come back to memory.
That part. You jolted it about. Well, oh, I remember that now. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. But I remember my mama used to play cards a lot. They would have card parties.
Mm-hmm.
All her and her friends. My mama had me when she was 23 years old. I had my son Jason when I was 35, my first child.
Right. Right.
So my mama was young when she had me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when I became a teenager and stuff, I remember I would have to, I would come home late, but I knew my mama was at this card party around the corner from the house, but I knew my daddy was at home waiting on me. My daddy
Mm.
didn't play when it
That
came to
part.
his daughter. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And my mama would tell you that he still don't play when it comes to me. My mama don't play when it comes to me.
That
But
I was
I
about to
am
say the
truly
same
my
thing.
daddy's girl. You know what I'm saying? And he just don't play. And he would be waiting on me, just waiting. And I'd be like, well, if I go where my mama is playing cards, she can vouch for me.
That I
And
was
when I
right.
was over
Right.
there, shoot. If you in
That don't make no
trouble, you in
difference.
trouble at my
That
house.
that don't make no difference.
It didn't make no difference at all.
No.
Yeah, so this lawsuit, Jason, what you think about this?
It's
Was it
it's
deserved?
it's well deserved. Absolutely. Neglect is neglect, no matter where it's coming from. You got to be able to, you know, take care of these children, whether they're in your care, like, you know what I'm saying, with them in your care or not. Highly important. I mean, and I just don't get why they got to put their hands on them like that. You feel me? Especially if if it's shown in past that was the behavior that place maintained. So, you know,
Jason,
I think it's right. Yeah.
I ain't gonna even lie, y'all. Jason, I thought that I thought they were gonna say that the man was on bond. That's what I thought. He was already out doing wrong before this shit happened. He was out
Right.
on bond. Y'all shouldn't have let him out on bond. That's what I thought he was gonna say.
No.
But what he said made sense. It really did. It made a lot of sense. Like the school has reported this. Why no one has checked on this baby?
Exactly.
Why? Somebody could have saved this baby life. He could have had his baby.
Man.
But let's take it a step further, Jason. I'm sorry, but let's take it a step further. Why he didn't know? Why he raised
Mm.
it? And I hate to say it like this. I really do, Jason. I really hate to say it like this, but why should he get to collect off of this?
Mm.
Why you wasn't in your child life enough, which is doing whatever it takes to be in this child's life? Apparently, you was able to because you was coming around. It
Right.
ain't like she just wouldn't let you see him at all. He
Right.
said he was able to see him, even when
Right.
it's wrong.
My only guess would be that he was homeless or something that caused him not to be able to, you know, take care of this child appropriately. That's the only thing that I could think of, you know, because other than that, then there's no explanation at all, no explanation whatsoever, because you gotta keep yours in front of you, but you know, without knowing the whole story in totality, you know, it's kind of hard to really give a strong, honest answer to it. You feel me? But you know, He should. If he was in his life that much, he should have definitely did more. Once you see the first few signs of neglect and issues, you definitely got to go ahead and then step in and start to do your due diligence as the parent, as the person that should be caring for him, or caring for that child appropriately. You feel me?
I feel you 100%. Y'all, I apologize. It is hoodie season.
That part. Sweater weather.
Baby, when I tell you I am catching the cold.
Oh no, it ain't that cold down there yet.
It's not. It's really not. But around this time of the year, I always get sick. But I
got you
because my kids was going to daycare. But I also got allergies. I also have allergies just as well. So I'm sorry, y'all. My husband's spraying Lysol.
Like, heard you were sick. He said, "Yep, they need to sprinkle all over you."
I'm like, what is that on me? But Mama P said, "You, as always, a good daughter to us. People do a lot of things when they are teenagers, and she's right. She is. Let me applaud that. I wasn't doing half of the stuff these kids doing now, baby.
Jeez, that part.
Half of the stuff, but back then, for our time." In our era, I did stuff that I wasn't supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? That my mama would not be proud of.
We're not approve of, right?
We're not approve of. You're right. We're not approve of. My mama was raised up as a church girl, Jason.
You couldn't do anything.
So my mama, she be like, "Girl, what is
that part, exactly."
But I'm nothing like I was before. I'm definitely a changed woman. When my kids came and my husband came into my life, all that went out the window. It went out.
Absolutely.
So let's get into these commercials, baby. We got some bills that need to get paid.
Let's pay these bills.
Pay promotion. Pay promotion, baby. So let's get into it. Now, this first one ain't paid promotion. This is out of love. Out of love. Okay? So here we go.
Damn, Biggie. What's this? Damn, Biggie. What's this?
Let's drink.
Rock Chapel Road, Latonia, Georgia is the place to be when King Nice Promotions present a night of full joy. It's Stanley's birthday celebration and fish fry, Saturday, October 22, with music by Q45, DJ Flavor, GT1, Courtney C, and other guest DJs. Venue admission is free. Fish fry tickets $25. That's Stanley's birthday celebration and fish fry, Saturday, October 22 at 2454 Rock Chapel Road, Latonia, Georgia. Let's eat, let's drink, let's celebrate.
Let's drink to the hard-working people.
Hey, it's your girl, the missus with the kisses. Mwah. What's good, y'all? Well, again, my name is the missus, and I have a show called Peachy Tea Time. And Peachy Tea Time is here at Hits 92.3 ATL, baby, each and every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Time, where I discuss crime all over the United States, baby, in our black community, okay? So make sure you tune in each and every Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. at Hits 92.3 And also, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube page, Peachy Tea Time. And time is spelled with the Y. And that way you can catch me each and every time I go live. All right, I'm out of here. Deuces.
You know what the energy got. I'm here with the message, man. That hits 92.3. But if you ain't tuned into PGT Time, I don't know what you're doing. Let's get it. Let's go. Whoa, wow. Yeah.
To mention, just 15 years old, he has been identified as Jajon. To mention, just 15 years old, he has been identified as Jajon Burnett. He lived not far away here from the subway station on Maud Avenue. This is the end of the line for the A train, and tragically, it was the end of the line for Burnett as he was shot to death on board the southbound train yesterday, not long after school. Police say it was about 3:45 p.m. when he was on board the train in between stations, and he was with two groups of people who got into a verbal fight, and that quickly escalated to at least one shot being fired on board the train. It struck him in the chest. He was pulled off the train by a Good Samaritan, according to police. And that is when two officers who were on the platform started trying to give him CPR, but it just wasn't enough. He died at a local children's hospital. Police say there were plenty of witnesses on board the train when this chaos unfolded. They are hoping that someone knows something and comes forward. At this point, again, there were no video cameras recording on board the train, so they are still searching for those suspects this morning. However, authorities say this was not a random act.
By all accounts, this was not random. And we have seen illegal guns, illegal knives, weapons in our system. We need to get those out. This does not make our jobs any easier, the folks around me's jobs any easier.
City is out of control. Our subway system's out of control. And of all elected officials and MT management, we don't get this under control soon. This is, people are not going to ride the subway or bus.
Well, certainly concern is high among riders about the recent uptick in crime. About 42% overall crime is up this year across the subway system. And when you take a look at the number of people who have been murdered so far, that tally is at 8, certainly a shocking number, and something that police say they are intensely scrutinizing, and they are doing everything they can to prevent this type of deadly violence from breaking out on the subway system. When you compare it to last year, there were 6. Again, police this morning have not yet made any arrests in the case. They say they are looking into the possibility that this could be gang-related. That is the latest. Live.
Yeah, that would look like to me too. Hold on. Before we get into this story, shout out to Stanley. You know what I'm saying? Happy birthday, Stanley. Now, I must say that unfortunately, my event has been canceled. This one right here, which was supposed to have been on Saturday, due to unforeseen issues. But it's okay, because I'm going to Stanley party, baby. I'm going to Stanley party. I'm going up in there. And I will be live. I'm going live. Now, back to the story at the hand.
My man Stanley took a picture like this.
I can't wait to meet Stanley. I don't know who Stanley is.
I ain't never seen a person take a picture like that before.
I know the location, the person who owns the place where it's going to be at. So I do know them. Another couple is coming with us as well. So I'm ready to turn up. We're going to have a good time with them people. Hey, people. Shout out to the people. But we're fully going to be in there, baby. Get our $25 fish plates. We go.
Look, with the white bread, with the look, with spaghetti on it too. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Get the lemon pound cake on the way out. You know what I mean?
I cannot wait for Saturday. I cannot wait. We're going to have a good time. And I'm going to feel comfortable where I'm at because I know the people. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know the people that's having this party.
Right.
They're having the party at a location that I know. So
That you know the people. Yeah.
you know, we're going to have that tool with us. Don't even worry about it.
Just in case.
Just in case. Other people that are going to be there. So just in case. We're gonna be ready. Okay.
Right.
The subway. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. 15. I wouldn't necessarily say. I don't think it. And I hope, but they probably know more than I do. I mean, I'm just guessing that it doesn't necessarily have to be gang related, but it definitely seemed like a dumbass confrontation. And the fact that these kids are all around the same age, so we're looking 15 to maybe even 20 tops, got a gun, and you know what I'm saying? They take pure disrespect and they don't take it to heart. But you don't do that on a whole subway platform while everybody in there. Like, I don't know, man. That shit, it bothers me, man. It bothers me that the neglect for life, like, you know what I'm saying, like, is just out the window. Like, motherfuckers don't care if who lives at all. Like, are you that sensitive that you want to kill somebody because they said something? Damn, that's tough, bro.
Very tough. Very tough. I said on Monday. Monday was a good show. It was a good show. If you did not see Monday's show, please go back and watch it. When we got off the live, Jason, we was at, I think it was like 40, 50 on just my Facebook page, on my Facebook personal page. From Monday up until today, we over 200. From Monday up until today, and that's just on Facebook personal page. That's not the other platform.
All the other ones, right?
Exactly. So when I tell y'all that was a good show, that was a good show. But when I tell y'all, we got to be careful out here.
Yeah, we do.
Got to be careful out here. These people is getting upset over the smallest things. The smallest things. What's up, BG? We see you in the building. We see you, girl. But they get upset over the smallest things. And they ready to just kill you. Not beat your ass. Not cuss you out. Not, get all gangster. Hey. They ain't doing all that. And, I'm finna get them out of here. So it's just sad that these kids, like Jason said, they just have no value for life no more. They don't care. I tell older people, don't say nothing to these kids. I don't care if you feel like they disrespecting you. Don't say nothing. Just keep on walking. Ignore them. Because ain't no telling what they gonna do. Now, if you was an advocate or you are skilled to talk to the youth, you see what I'm saying, Jason? Then do your thing. Do your thing, because we need people out there to do that. But if you just your typical older person that just lived back in the day where kids ain't supposed to disrespect you and don't say nothing to them kids. Not one thing. Do you agree, Jason?
Absolutely. 100%, man. It's a drop ball for everyone that, that had children in the early 2000s. Everyone was so addicted to trying to understand internet, cell phones, and all this other stuff, and tablets and all this stuff, that we failed to take care of these children that needed assistance, because that's what we're seeing it at, man. Like, there's a big drop, and I think we're now seeing all that's happening. We are getting a chance to change that correction with the children of today. But it's just a simple fact that, like, man, it doesn't make any sense how careless someone can be. Like, I'll kill you over something you said to me. Like, I really don't get that. I've been called a nigger. I've been called fat black boy. Like, all these little things from a little kid, from a teenager and up. Like, I've heard it all. That still ain't gonna push me to be wanting to kill somebody, bro. Like,
it's been the rest of your life in prison.
Right. I don't even think about the prison. I just don't want that death on my conscience.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, I gotta live with that part after that. Like, hurt of someone's family, whether they, forgive me or not, whatever that look like, I gotta live with that on my heart, my conscience, my spirit for the rest of my life. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that I wouldn't be able to do easily.
Let's get into this second clip. Here we go.
No, I want to know why they shot my son. My son is never coming home. My son be 30. I'm burying my son.
Andre, anything you want to say?
The young man who police say shot and killed a teenaged boy on a Queens subway train is now in custody. You're watching 18-year-old Keandre Russell being transported to jail for the alleged murder of 15-year-old J. John Burnett.
I don't understand what happened. I don't know what happened. I don't know why my son was shot.
For J. John's father and family, his death is unbearable. They say they can't stay in their apartment, knowing he'll never be coming back to his room.
My son wanted to be a lawyer. My son was a straight A student. He was a good kid. Everybody loved my son.
Police say J. John was riding the A train home with friends Friday afternoon. At some point during the ride, J. John's group got into a heated argument with another group on the train. According to investigators, Russell, the suspected killer, pulled out a gun and fired inside the train car. That bullet struck J. John in the chest. When the train pulled into the Far Rockaway Mott Avenue station, Russell and his friends all ran away. Meanwhile, a passenger dragged J. John off the train and onto the platform, where two NYPD officers immediately started giving him CPR. But they were unable to save him.
I'm hurt. My son ain't coming back. I'm a grown man and I'm crying like a baby. My son ain't coming back. It hurts.
J. John's father says his boy was a gifted straight-A student at Channel View High School. He now leaves behind 4 older brothers, his mother, and his father.
He was a good kid. Everybody loved my son.
J. John's suspected killer has now been charged with his murder, along with being a criminal in possession of his gun. J. John's father tells us that he has his son's funeral planned for this Thursday, Kaidi, which would be J. John's birthday if he were still alive.
That is so sad to hear his daddy cry like that.
Yeah.
That's so sad. It could have not been a gang related issue.
Right.
It could have been just him and his homeboys on the train. And
Yeah.
you know, the other boy and his homeboys could have been the gang members. You know, they carrying guns and shit. So they could have been,
Right.
you know, but he could have just been on there with his homeboys.
Yeah, homegirls, homeboy. It could just be a mix of kids. They coming from school. I'm coming home from school.
Yeah. And
Like the missus.
I rode the school bus.
Missus, I didn't even ride the school bus. I rode public transportation. I rode DOT. I rode, you know what I'm saying, Detroit. I rode, you know what I'm saying, DPS, whatever it's called, Detroit Public. That part. I had to have $1.25 religiously to get to the crib, and if I didn't, I had to walk. But I'm sitting on here with everybody from 30 to 15. I'm 15. All the way up to however old you are, whether you got a home, whether you don't, whether you homeless, whatever. We out here with the people getting back and forth to school.
And that
you know what I'm saying?
That wasn't good. You know, y'all should have had school buses.
Well, we did. No, we did. I just didn't go to the school close enough. Like, you know what I'm saying? My mom wanted me to go.
What school you went to? It should have been a school bus that would come pick you up.
Yeah, I hear you.
At the end of the day, you didn't have no business being on no bus with grown people going to school at 15 years old.
That part.
Anybody could have snatched you up.
Man, ain't nobody was thinking about that. Right.
But I feel the same way about school. You know, in Saginaw, it's the same way. You go to these city schools, you're going to have to ride the city bus.
That part.
You know, I didn't go to a city school. I didn't go to a private school, but I didn't go to a city school. So ever since I've been going to school, from elementary school on up, I always rode a school bus until my friends, Tori, shout out to Tori again, who started driving first, and then I hopped in the car with her and rode her to school.
That part.
But I always was on a yellow bus riding to school.
Yeah, the only time I rode
They don't ride the bus.
Oh, the only time I rode a yellow bus was to go to vocational school, And I was like, right after. And then my homeboy ended up having a car, so we drove there. But yeah, we out on the city bus. We outside. And even when other kids, we talking to them or we talking crap, whoever get off on their stop, they get off on their stop. It was never a thought, man. I know murder was happening when I was a teenager. I know kids are still getting shot as a teenager. I know all that. Like, I get all that. Like, I do. Trust me. But as a teenager in these inner cities in Detroit, like, it wasn't as prevalent. It wasn't seen like that because we didn't have, I guess, I don't know if we had access to it or whatnot, but I can't even talk to it anymore because it baffles me that an 18-year-old shot a 15-year-old. So you that sensitive. Right, he that sensitive that he let a 15-year-old get up under his skin.
Look, and I know y'all can see his hair. If you saw the clip, you can see his hair. And I'm not saying, and yes, I am saying, cut that shit off. Cut it. Quit walking around here like this. I'm sorry, I just had to say that. I had to get that off my chest.
Sheesh.
Yeah, this is just getting ridiculous. All right, y'all, we got a few more clips and then we up out of here. This one is mom and boyfriend did it. They did it. Here we go.
Thanks. Tonight, new details following an Amber Alert in Harris County. Authorities issuing the alert after two kids ran from their home, claiming that they had been handcuffed inside. It happened off Marina Alto Lane in Cypress. Police arresting the mom and her boyfriend roughly 300 miles away in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Fox 26's Matthew Seedorf outside the Cypress home tonight with the latest on this investigation. Matthew.
Well, Sherman, this case just disturbing. Late last night, two kids came running out of this house behind me looking for help, eventually leading to today's Amber Alert. Two teens hospitalized in the Houston area with apparent bruises and malnourished after escaping a home allegedly handcuffed. Late Monday, 16-year-old twins ran out of the Cypress home off Marina Alto Lane, found someone nearby for help, and called police telling them they had been handcuffed inside. When authorities got to the home, their mother, 40-year-old Zakiya Duncan, and her boyfriend, 27-year-old Joe Terrell, were gone, along with the twins' 5 siblings, all boys 7, 10, 12, and 14 years old, leading to an Amber Alert throughout the area.
The family moved in about a week ago. They had kids. My brothers went to school with one of them. Everything seemed normal. We didn't really suspect anything at all.
Christian Hurd recording this cell phone video Tuesday morning as police surround his neighbor's home.
It's definitely scary. Me having a child myself, it makes me just want to hang on to them. I just hope that they're okay.
Louisiana State Police finding the Mitsubishi Outlander near Baton Rouge Tuesday evening. 1 kid safe inside, 4 others okay, discovered at a relative's house. The boy's mother and her boyfriend both arrested, charged with injuring a child, a felony. The couple will be extradited back to Harris County. I'm also told that the twins are in CPS custody. We're live in Cypress tonight. Matthew Seedorf, Fox 26.
All right, Jason, before we talk about this, let's get in the Gretchen comment right quick. Hey, Gretchen. Gretchen says sometimes they associate kids with the side of town, even if they are not in a gang. And in New York, most of the kids take the subway to school. Yep, that's basically what we saying too. He possibly couldn't have been in the gang, but they gonna say he was in the gang, even if they felt like the other people was in the gang. But they don't know for sure if he was. But being that they know for sure that the other crew was in the gang because they had a gun, everybody was in the gang. So no, it definitely doesn't necessarily mean that. You're right, Gretchen. You are so right. Now this clip. Mama and boyfriend did this all day long. And Jason, they had the nerve to take the 5 kids with them. Forget the other 2 that done took off and ran.
That's it. They couldn't. Right.
Where was you gonna go?
Nowhere. Not one place.
Not with 5 kids.
That part. Come on, man.
Somebody was bound to see you once this shit hit nationwide that you was still on the run. They ain't even make it 24 hours. They didn't even make it 24 hours away.
That part. Them little niggas got out like, hey, yo, man, what the hell they even thought? We about to get up out of here, cuz. Hey, bro, don't even sweat, bro. I'm about to get up out this handcuff. Break my hand or something. I saw this on TV. We gonna get out of here.
Yep, that's how they felt. They was like, we gone. They done went and told on us anyways. So we might as well go ahead and be on the run for less than 24 hours. Because that's all it was, less than 24 hours. This is sad.
Dumbass criminals.
They starved the kids. They starved 2 of the kids. The kids is not dead. They're in the hospital, getting care. The other kids, they in foster care, whatever they said. But let's get into the second clip so y'all can see this. Here we go.
Disturbing allegations of child abuse involving several children in Cyprus.
Authorities say 16-year-old twins escaped from their home yesterday where they had been handcuffed. When deputies went to the home in Cyprus to investigate, the mother and her boyfriend had fled with 5 of their children. Matt Doherty has been following the story all day, starting with the Amber Alert. He joins us now from Cyprus, where those twins were said to have escaped.
As of last update, the twins are still in the hospital. Authorities say they're both malnourished and bruised. Their mother and her boyfriend was arrested late this evening in Louisiana. Late this afternoon, Louisiana State Police arrested 40-year-old Zakiya Duncan and her boyfriend, 27-year-old Jova Terrell. Their capture followed a day-long Amber Alert that started at their home in Cyprus. The Harris County Precinct 5 Constable's office said when investigators showed up at the home, the couple was on the run, along with 5 of their children, all boys ranging in age from 8 to 14.
It's just crazy to see that it's right here in your community. It's definitely devastating.
Neighbors in the family's Cyprus suburb were shocked. When the couple was eventually arrested in Baton Rouge, state police said they only had 1 child with them. It was later determined the others had been dropped off with family members. Duncan and Terrell are now facing first-degree injury to a child charges. This won't be the first time the mother has been arrested for alleged child abuse. Court documents from Louisiana detail a disturbing incident from 10 years ago. A then 5-year-old child of Duncan's was taken from school to a local hospital to be treated for burns to the child's feet, genitals, and other parts of its body. Doctors determined it was likely the result of being burned by hot water. When police say they went to Duncan's home, they found a 20-month-old infant wrapped in clothing with his hands bound. The only other person in the home was the baby's 4-year-old brother. During questioning, police say Duncan admitted she routinely disciplined one child by making the child get into a push-up position for periods of 1 hour, causing the child's hands to swell. The child was often forced to sleep on the floor of a closet. The door of the closet was blocked by boards to keep the child from, quote, escaping and, quote, stealing food from the kitchen. Police reported at the time 2 of Duncan's other children also showed signs of abuse and were removed from the home. It's unclear when Duncan and Terrell will be brought to Texas to face their current charges. It's also not certain what'll happen to the rest of the children this time. In Cyprus, I'm Matt Doherty, KHOU 11.
They need to burn her cootie cat. Burn her.
Yeah, man. She don't need no more children.
She don't need none.
No.
I don't care if she get pregnant. Take it away right away. Apparently, she's not fit to be a mother.
Not at all.
This is ridiculous. And I don't even know how many of them kids was hers. I know the 2 that was twins was hers.
Right.
And the other 5 could have possibly been hers too.
I'm only guessing. It'd be weird. Yeah.
That's 7 kids.
Yeah, it'd be weird for it not to be. They didn't say anything about anybody being adopted.
Boyfriend.
Right, they ain't say nothing about anybody being adopted. So yeah, they probably are hers. And they all boys.
So that's 7 kids. When did she realize that this ain't for me? You done went 7 kids, torturing them.
Mm-hmm.
She ain't just get started doing this, I'm sure. She ain't do it after the 7th one. No.
Right.
This girl been doing this to these kids.
Been doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, why is there a 4-month-old bound by the wrist, by the hands? Like, why are you tying up a 4-month-old? Like, what's going on?
What's something wrong with you?
Yeah, for real, man.
Like, and I hate to say it is not these 14-year-old kids' fault. It is not.
Hell no, it's not their fault.
I'm not gonna blame them at all. But I will say this, and it has to be because of the mama. But why these 14-year-olds it didn't click in them to be like, I got to go tell somebody.
Right.
This is not right.
You know what? No, it's not. I don't think it's that easy. Right. I don't think it's that easy. I think it's a lot harder for children to do that, because you don't know. Like, you think that's just how the mother and the people are supposed to do this. Like, it's like, I did something bad, I guess. You condition that into the children until you find out, like, no, man, nigga, this ain't how you're supposed to be treating people and your children. And then they're gonna be like, oh yeah, you feel me? So yeah, no, that's their mama. So they figure that this is what mamas do. That's why I get it. I get that aspect of it. But no, yeah, they right, you right. And I think that's when they figured it out. The twins figured it out, and they saved each other. Like, nigga, we about to save our brothers and sisters, our other brothers too, because this bitch crazy.
We out.
Yeah.
We out. When we get out, we just gonna run. We gonna run like we're a slave out there in the streets.
That part. Get out of there. Go get our brother. They leaving. Bring us our other brothers.
Duncan said, when you raise like that, you probably think it's the norm. I agree 100% on you with that. A lot of us, people be in relationships, Jason and Duncan, and everybody that's watching, people be in relationships and get abused because that's what they saw growing up. So that's the norm to them. Mm-hmm. They know they don't like, that's how I feel. You know how it feels. They don't like that. But to them, they may feel like that's love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? BG said, in order to receive monthly benefits, you should be required to present the kids to social services first. Without you around. Without the parent around. That's the most important thing. Let that child be able to talk to them. Is mama going to be there? Well, mama going to get out? Mama going to get out the room? Okay, mama can't hear? She out there, but she can't hear me? Okay. She be beating the shit out of me. Tell it all. Tell it all, baby. Tell it all.
That part.
Look, BG says start paying these no good $5K to have their tubes removed. Worth every dime. There you go. She right. She is right, y'all. All right, y'all. We done came to our last story for the night. This was 2 officers that was ambushed. They are not black officers, because I know we talk about black crime over here. But like I told y'all, when stuff touches me, it touches me. And I don't care what color they is. And this right here touched me. Because our officers, regardless if they are crooked officers or they're good officers, they still don't deserve to die. And they definitely don't deserve to die like this. Here we go.
2 police officers in Connecticut.
The police officers paid the ultimate price while responding to a call for help. Today, fellow officers saluted a procession of police cars in their honor.
This all happened in Bristol, and that is where CBS 2's Tony Aiello spoke with people in the community. He joins us live now from Bristol. Tony.
Maurice, this city of 60,000 people, about halfway between New York and Boston, last lost a cop in the line of duty in 1944. This will go down as one of the worst days in Bristol history. Police say a fake 911 call lured cops into a deadly ambush. The rituals of grief are underway in Bristol, with black bunting, flowers, and candles outside the police department. This Army veteran offered a heartfelt salute to the fallen officers.
I served, these officers served, they paid the ultimate price, and it's the right thing to do. I mean, they keep us safe.
Chief Brian Gould called the Wednesday night ambush on Redstone Hill Road a senseless act of violence.
Words cannot express the sadness and grief that brings me before you this morning.
Connecticut State Police say a fake 911 call for help lured cops to a rental home. As officers arrived, 35-year-old Nicholas Brutcher allegedly opened fire with a rifle. The sound captured on a doorbell camera.
10 to 15, rapid, bang, 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 bang. Stop for maybe a minute, then another 15 to 20, bang, 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 and then one single shot.
Police say Officer Alex Hamzy died at the scene. The 8-year veteran is survived by his wife, Katie. Sergeant Dustin DeMonte died at a hospital. He was married to Laura, with 2 children and one on the way. I offered condolences to his parents and aunt, who were gracious in their grief as they arrived at Bristol PD. Officer Alec Iarota was injured. First responders cheered as he was released from a Hartford hospital around noon. All 3 officers frequented Uncle Sam's restaurant, which is posting blue hearts to show love and support.
I'm angry because these were amazing men, okay? Amazing men, family men. Like, we're going to wake up next week or a month from now and be fine. And these women and children have lost their father or their husband, a son.
Gunman Nicholas Brutcher was shot and killed. Police are working to better understand his twisted motivation. Brutcher's brother Nathan was shot but survived. It is not clear at this point if he was perhaps a participant in this apparent ambush or another innocent victim. Governor Ned Lamont on his way to Bristol to attend a vigil at 5:30 at Eastern High School. We'll have more coming up tonight at 6. Live in Bristol, Tony Aiello, CBS 2 News.
Tony.
This is sad.
Mm-hmm.
You know, officers, they put their life on the line for everybody. Each and
Everybody.
even if they crooked. Right, Jason? Even if they crooked, they still go out there, put that suit on, their uniform on, and they don't know what's going to happen to them. They could be the most crookedest cop ever, but they don't know when they pull that person over. And by the time they walk to that car and tell, before they even get a chance to say, put your window down, you start shooting at them. Yeah, they got bulletproof vest on, but they don't got bulletproof head on to protect their head. And before they can make it to that car, somebody could be shooting at them dead in their head and kill them instantly, whether you're crooked or you ain't. I'm not for the crooked officers at all, but I'm just keeping it 100 with y'all. Each and every time they put that suit on and get in that car or in the SUV, there's a possibility that they could lose their life. And to get a call, and you go and you automatically ambush. They didn't know. That 35-year-old, he didn't know who was coming. You put that call in, you don't know what officer coming. He didn't care. He didn't care. He just know I'm finna kill somebody.
That part.
That's sad. You got anything to say, Jason, on that?
No, man. I just watched a movie that blew my mind and had that kind of same premise with this. Was this that Bristol? That was Bristol, South Carolina, wasn't it?
I believe.
Yeah, I thought so. I got some people that live out that way, and they were posting on their Facebook like, "We're safe from the mass shooting," blah blah blah. And I didn't know it was this situation that was just played. So. Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, it's twisted, man. When you got somebody that's just gonna operate off for no reason.
Different story.
Huh?
I think you're talking about a different story. I think the story that you're talking about, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I gotta check. I'll check back and see.
Okay, but either way, to kind of right.
I was supposed to cover. I was gonna cover it tonight, but I didn't. But in Raleigh.
Yeah, that's right, Raleigh. Yep. I got people on right.
15-year-old.
Gotcha.
Killed 5 people. Mass shooting. I do have the clips on that, so I'll probably.
That's crazy. All right, so it's 2 separate things.
Yep, that was in Raleigh. Raleigh. How do you pronounce it? Is it Raleigh?
Riley, yep.
Riley, North Carolina, South Carolina.
Sure.
So,
No. Riley, North Carolina.
okay. So I will be covering that on Friday. It was a
Right.
15-year-old did a mass shooting. He did shoot. He shot a undercover. I mean, is it undercover or when they ain't
Undercover.
undercover, but he was what's the other one?
Off duty.
Off duty. He was an off duty officer and he shot and killed him too.
Damn.
So I will be covering that story on Friday with me and Pooley. And I do have quite a few clips on that, so that'll probably be our main topic. But Jason, it was so sad.
Yeah, I can see.
It was so
No,
sad.
but even with this one here, right? This still has that same sentiment, right? It's just like you never know what you're getting into, and you said it. You're right. When those police officers, put the uniform on and they get out there, they don't know what's coming. They got to go in there head first, attentive to whatever the situation may be, and hope they can come home tonight. And they do that every single day. I get that part.
Whether they crooked or not.
Right.
Whether they crooked or not. You know, you just never ever know. You just never know. So, well, y'all, we got to get up out of here. We love y'all so much. We love you. We thank you so much for supporting PGT Time. We thank you for supporting CTV Radio. We got nothing but love for y'all.
Nothing but love for you, baby.
Yes. Feel free to sow a seed. Y'all see Jason Cash App is up there just as well. My Cash App is up there and it's also scrolling on the bottom of the screen. We're not going to call it we're asking y'all for money or anything like that. We're going to call it sow a seed. So if y'all want to sow a seed, all proceeds will go straight to PGT Time. Whatever y'all send to Jason will go strictly to CTV Radio. We love y'all. At the end of the day, if you're not able to sow a seed, only thing we'd ask is that y'all come and support us. And
Share.
And share. Share and like the video and subscribe. It's so important. Okay? We all got big things going on. I got something special going on that I just can't speak on right now, but it's coming. So y'all just please continue to support us. Continue to support PGT Time, where we talk about crime. I probably won't do the whole celebrity gossip all the time or nothing like that. I do watch it, but I don't do it all the time because I feel like this is more important. Okay? So we are out of here, y'all. We are out of here. You know what you got to do. You got to listen to my babies.
To them babies.
Before you listen to my babies, I done showed all these commercials, baby. I got to get into the Peachy Kisses, okay? Jason, if you got to go, I love you. Thank you so much. Y'all go check out Jason tonight, CTV Radio. We finna get into the commercial for Peachy Kisses, and then we're gonna see my babies, okay? I love y'all. I see you on Friday with me and the Mr. Pooley. Love you, Jason. Bye. Jason, you supposed to say I love you too.
I love you, sis. I'll catch you later, dog. Right? Niggas out here, niggas, man, niggas.
Missing it all up.
I know. Right? Let's do it again. One more time. Love you, sis.
You know how I do. We up out of here. Your girl, the Missus with the Kisses. Here we go. Welcome to Peachy Kisses Boutique. Here you will find all the Peachy Kisses apparel of your needs, from hoodies to t-shirts to lip gloss and lipstick. Also in stock, sexy women one-piece onesies. And we don't stop there. We also have iridescent eyeshadow along with so much more. Check out Peachy Kisses Boutique at www.pgttime.com. That's www.pgttime.com. See you soon.
time. PG time. PG time. PG time. PG time. Thank you for watching.